Hello and welcome to this video where we're going to graph a system of linear inequalities. Our goal is to find a region of the graph that will satisfy both of the inequalities. And to do that, we're going to graph each one and see if they overlap in any way. So, first one is in slope-intercept form. So we'll start at -2 on the y-axis, and then we're going to go up 1 and back 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, right there. I'm then going to use my ruler to find or to graph its line. So let's see here, right about there. It is less than or equal to, so that means that I can draw a solid line like that right through it. Perfect. And now I'm going to focus on my other graph. And so for the other graph, it's in standard form. I'm going to use what I like to call the intercept method. And this is where I find the x and y intercept by letting x and y equal 0. By letting x equal 0, I find the y-intercept because I plug in 0 for x, that disappears, and I'm going to end up getting 6 over 4, which is the same thing as saying 3 over 2, or 1.5. And then when I repeat this process, but this time letting y equal 0, y essentially disappears, and I have x equals 6. And so fairly easy way to find 2 points to then draw the graph. So let's see here, x is -6. So it's going to be right about here. There we go. And then we have -1.5. All right, so these lines are like really, really close together, and that is totally fine. All right, so now this one's going to be a dashed line because it's just less than. So let me get that right about there. Dash, 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 dash. All right, so there's a gap in between there. We have to remember that. Now, we have to see what's going to happen here. So let's take a look at how these are going to get shaded. The blue line is going to be shaded below because it's less than or equal to. So we're going that direction. As for the red line, we can't use the inequality to determine which way it's going to go. So we're going to test a point. We'll test 0, 0. And we use 0, 0 because it makes the arithmetic easy. We'll have 0 plus 0 is less than 6. 0 less than 6. And now this is a question we're asking ourselves. And the answer is yes, that is a true statement. So since 0, 0 was a true statement, any other point on that side of the line is also true. And what we have here are two graphs that are going to be shaded like this. And unfortunately, you should see that there's no overlap between these two. There's a gap there. And when there's no gap, when there's no overlap and there's just a gap, we say that there is no solution. And that means that we cannot find any xy points that will work for both inequalities at the same time.